Python yum, and I am creating the virtual environment. This is the command Python space -yum space venv, and I want the environment for this project house rent. So what I am writing here, HRE, house rent prediction, HRP /env. What I am creating environment, HRE env. You can give any kind of the name. Got it? Now click on the enter. Click on the enter. Now yes, we notice you want a new environment has been created. Do you want to workspace folder? Yes. So where I am creating? I am creating in this workspace only. See what we get here. What we get? Environment. It will take the time to create the environment. Everyone just create the environment. Now see, environment is created. Now I want to use the environment. What I can do? I will write down the, what is the environment name? HRP env. What is the name? HRP env. And then slash. In this one, we have one script folder. And in that script folder, what happened? We need to activate the environment. Are you getting my point? What we do? What we do? Activate it. What we write down? Activate. What we write down? Activate. Everyone got it? First one, how to create the environment? Python -yum virtual environment and environment name. Write down this one command. And how to activate that environment? Environment name /script capital S and activate. And activate. Done. You can click on the enter. Now you can see. What you are able to see here? HRP env. Getting my point? Everyone done? Environment activated. Environment activated. Activated. What are you getting error? Write down the spelling properly. How many getting this one? How many people getting this one? You need to execute only 2 commands. Done? 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 Good. What is the first command? Python -yum venv space environment name. Why want the environment for the house rent prediction? That I am writing here HRP env. Then for the activation, write down the HR tab. Then capital S, press the tab. It will come automatically. Because see, in the HRenv, what I am giving path. See, in a house rent, in the script, we have activate. We need to activate this one. So what we are giving? We are giving the path. Done? Done? How many students get out? How many students get the environment? How many students get the environment? Now see the kernel. Now what happened? I am selecting the Python environment, but which one? Which one? Now I am selecting the 3.11. No, I am selecting HRP ENV. Why? Because now all libraries that I want, I am going to install in this one environment only. Got it? Simple, दो step execute करना है and still you are getting the error. How is it done? Increase the brightness. Execute the command now. Did you lock the permission? Go into ChatGPT, check why you are getting this one error. Done? Done? Open the terminal. Done? Which error you are getting? Created the environment. Environment created. Good. Running script is disabled on the system. Running script disabled on this is your system problem. Control C. Just see in the chat box. Open the chat GPT. Okay. You are getting same error. Give me the laptop for the 1 minute. Script is deactivated. You need to activate the script. Okay. Done? How many students getting this one error? Loaded because script is disabled on the system. Script is disabled on the system. However, environment created. First time you are getting this one folder. This one folder. Okay. Now, if you activate this one, so you will get this one error, correct? क्या करना है? सिंपल कंट्रोल सी. ऑलवेज सर नहीं करना है. कंट्रोल सी. ओपन द चैट जीपीटी. ओपन द चैट जीपीटी एंड देन आस्क द चैट जीपीटी की क्यों भाई ये क्यों हो रहा है. इफ यू आर गेटिंग दिस वन एरर, नाउ चैट जीपीटी से key, open the PowerShell as normal, not in the admin, and execute the this one command. Which one? Set execute policy. Copy this one code, and you know how to open the PowerShell. Copy this one code, open the window, and then search for the PowerShell. Search for the PowerShell, and then paste this one command. And now enter. Set the policy executed. Now close the VS Code and open VS Code again. Where is the folder? Where is the folder? This one now. If you create the project, always don't give the space between the project name. It should be the one name. Always make the practice. It should be one name only. Okay. Now open this one in the code. Done. Now you have already environment created. So what I am doing? I want to activate the environment. Go into the terminal. And how to activate the environment? First one, environment name HRP. Press the tab. Yes. Space the tab. And then activate. What will write down? Activate. What will write down? Activate. It will be activate. Got it? It will be activated. Each and everything is available on the ChatGPT. Just you need to ask. Everyone got it? Okay, now how many students getting? Everyone done? Done? अरे ask to ChatGPT, simple copy paste the code. हाँ, you already joined now. If you get any error, try to read that one error first one, and if you did not get the solution, ask that code to the ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give the answer for the each and everything. What happened? Already joined now? Okay, screen not shared. Everyone done? Now how many students get the output? How many students getting this one screen? Yeah, please keep quiet. Getting the output? Now see what happened for this one project. I want the first one import. What? Pandas as PD. First one requirement. Then matplotlib as PLT. Then NumPy. Then import NumPy as NP. Then what I want? Import CBOD as SNS. Got it? Got it? Got it? Everyone got it? Now, see what happened. This is the separate environment. We select the HRP ENV because if I am executing this one, we'll get the error model not found. Change the kernel. Then Python HRP. Now if I am executing this one, I will get the error. It is still loading, just wait. How many students get a virtual environment? Are just told me yes or no. Raise your hand. How many students get the environment activated? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Everyone done? Done? Write to net is slow. What happened? Okay. Now forget about the virtual environment. I will tell you this one later. Directly you can use this one kernel, no issue. Why I am telling you virtual environment? Because at the time of the deployment, we need to use this one. But initially, just open this one. Now execute this one, everyone getting the output. Just select the regular global kernel only. Done. Now then, after downloading this one, what I want to do? I need to read the file. Where is the file? Where is the file? Where is the file? houserain.dataset. So what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Load the data set. Where is the data set now? Data. Where is data set? Read CSV. And what I am writing here? House rent prediction. Everyone done? Everyone done? Loaded file. We'll discuss environment about later. Everyone done? Loaded data set. Now then, see the data set. Suppose what I am writing here. Explore the data set. Suppose I am writing here. Data set head. What we are getting? What we are getting here? Posted on BHK, then rent, then size, floor, area locality, city, furniture status, tenant repair, bathroom, point of contact. Am I correct? So means we know if I want to predict the rent, what happened? Again last column, where is the last column? Now see how many we have. Suppose I want to see how many columns we have. What we can do? I want to see the how many columns. With the what is the method? Data dot shape. Data dot shape. So how many columns we have? 12. And what is the record? 4,746. Getting my point? Now suppose I want to see the sample data. What I am writing here? Data. Then sample. How many samples I want to see? I want to see the 6 samples. What happened? What we have? See. What we get? How many BHK? 3 BHK, 2 BHK, 1 BHK. What is the size? 180 square foot, 392 square foot, 50,000 square foot. Then what happened? Floor, ground out of 4, ground out of 2, carpet area, super area. Then location, Janakpuri, Perur. Then Delhi, Calcutta, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai. What is the kind of this? What is the kind of? Furnished, unfurnished. We know if you want to take the any flat on the rate, it will check if the unfurnished what happened, price is little bit low. If it's furnished, price is little bit high. Then tenant. What is a tenant? Means who is going to live on a rent in the home. First one, what is the category? Maybe that is bachelor, maybe he is family person, maybe sometime he will be stay at the bachelor or sometime he will be take the family. Am I correct? Last two girls. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Why do? Just ask them to leave the classroom. Do it fast. Otherwise, I will leave the classroom. These two. So, second and third. This second and third. Second and third. Last row, second and third. Huh? So we know if I want to take the any kind of the house on the rent, what is the criteria? What is the categories? First one, we will check the floor. Am I correct? This is 1 BHK or 2 BHK or 3 BHK. Then we will see the size. Get out. Then we see the size, type area, carpet area, super area, location, city. We need this kind of the data. Am I correct? We need this kind of the data. Then what we can able to see? Suppose I want to see the columns. What I am saying? Data, columns. Which columns? How many columns we have? See. How many columns we have? Means on which day he posted BHK, 1 BHK, 2 BHK or 3 BHK, rent. What I want to predict? What I want to predict? Rent. Hai? So now see, what we call the rent. Rent is the dependent variable. Are you getting my point? And all the remain are the what? Independent variable. So now what is the dependent variable and independent variable? I will open the PPT once. Dependent variable means the thing that I want to take, I want to predict. That's we call the dependent variable. That we call the dependent variable. We already learned this one. This also done. See. This one. See. What happened in the regression analysis? In the regression analysis, what happened? We take the two things. First one, what is the dependent variable? The variable that we are trying to forecast. Forecast means I want the answer. Are you getting my point? So we already executed one program. What? We are executing x-axis. What I want value on the y-axis. Then we execute the square foot. We are taking the rate. So means dependent variable will be one single value. Getting my point? And independent variable may be single value or maybe the collective values. Are you getting my point? Now, suppose I want to rent the house. I want to rent the house. What we need to forecast? What we need to forecast means what I want. What we need to forecast means what I want to find out. What we need to find out? Rent. Am I correct? So rent, how can we find out rent? First one we will see, this is the 1 BHK, 2 BHK or 3 BHK. Am I correct? Then we will see the size. Size means 100 square foot or 200 square foot, 300 square foot. Then we see the floor. How many floor? Am I correct? Then we see the area type. Which kind of the area? Then we will see the city. Am I correct? Then we see the furniture status. Getting my point? So means these all are the what we called independence variable. So what is the independence variable? In the linear regression, we take the two things. Dependent variable, that is the what I want to forecast. And what is independence variable? These are the factors that influence the analysis. Are you getting my point? What are the influences? If I am taking the 1 BHK, price will be high or low? Low. If I am taking 3 BHK, obviously price will be high. So what happened? This particular column is influencing the output or forecast, rent, what we can say area also. If I am taking into the town, obviously rate low. If I am taking into the city, rate will be the high. So now see, these all are affecting to the, what we can say, is all affecting to the output, or we can say influencing the analysis. Getting my point? So that's why if we take the data, in that data we'll take the two things. First one, dependent variable, means that is the what I want to forecast, and then independent variable means what, on the which basis we need to forecast. Getting my point? Everyone getting my point? So that's why, see here, what happened, we have data column and etc. Got it? Then we have a different method. Everyone tell me the data column. Then we have describe method. What is describe? It will describe the data types. See, what happened? How many? Suppose what is the count? Total row 4746. What is the mean? 2.08. What is the for the BHK? What is the mean? 2.08. Average. What is the max? 6. So we'll get the description also. Now we know, if I want to describe if I want to see the objects only. If I want to see the objects, what I am writing, suppose data, describe. What I am writing here, include objects. It will include the object as well. See, what happens? It will include the object. So object means count. What is the count? 46. How many unique value? 81. See, in the furnish we are getting the 3 unique value. What is the 3 unique value? What is the 3 unique value? Furnish, fully furnished and semi-furnished. Getting my point? How many values we have? 3 value. How many city we are taking? How many taking? 6. You can see into the database. First one, what happened? How many cities? I am just opening this one data set in Excel format. So you will get the more idea. Where is the project? What is project name? A house rent prediction. Everyone know? Everyone know about the filter? How to use the filter? See, what happened? Post-it on is not required. I am just using the filter. Now see, what happened? In the furnish, we are getting the 3 category. What one? Furnished, semi-furnished and unfurnished. Getting my point? And in city, we are getting the 6 value. Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata and Mumbai. Getting my point? Are you getting my point? What we are getting? 6 value. In the area, we are getting the 3 area. Which one 3 areas we have? Area type, build area, carpet area and super area. Got it? And in the BHK, what we are getting? In the BHK, I think, where is the BHK? Okay. Why is not displayed? Floor area type. Okay. In the BHK, what we are getting? This is the value. That why they did not. So what I am saying, just I want to display the object. That's why BHK is available in the object. No, this is available into the number. That's why they did not display the what BHK, rent, size. They display the only object. Means floor is the object. Correct? Area type is the object. Then area local is the object. Tenant. In the tenant, how many value we get? See in the tenant 3. What we get? Tenant 3. What? Bachelor. Then family and family slash bachelor. Getting my point? Everyone doing this thing? Do the up to here. Just use this one. Everyone getting the output? Then for the prediction, we are going to see if there is any null value or not. So what we can write down? Data. What is the method? Is null. If, so what happen? What we get in the is null? We will get the value true, true, false, false. Am I correct? Last time we see. But what I want the sum of that null. So if in any table, in the posted we have any null value? No. In the BHK we have any null value? We already learned this in the student record. If we insert any null value, what will happen? We will get here null value. So here we don't have any null value. So that's why no need to add the null value. So now we will see the duplicate value. Data dot duplicate is sum. What happened? What we get duplicate as a 0. So means there is no duplicate column. There is no duplicate column. There is no duplicate column. Got it? Everyone got it? Now what happens? See, we are following this one steps only. Which one? That we already learned. See, first one, we are collecting data, and we are preparing the data now. So now we have already defined the problem. What is the problem? What is the problem? We need to predict the house rent. And we collected the data. Am I correct? But we prepare the data still? No. Now we are going to prepare the data. What we are going to do? We are going to prepare the data. Now see, what happened? I am just deleting this one. Now here I am writing the column. What happened? Data dot column. So now if I want to do the house prediction, rent prediction, we are going to use the post on? No. What we required? We required a post on? No, that is required. Post for the outright prediction? No. So what happened? We need to drop this one. Got it? We are going to use the BHK, rent, size, and we are not going to use the floor also. Okay? And then area locality, if we have city, we are not going to use the area locality. And furniture status, obviously we need this one. Then tenant preparing, this one also we need. So now what happened? I am going to delete this sum data. Now what happened? What we can do? I am writing here, drop the columns. Drop the columns. Not required. Okay. So now what I am doing? I am dropping the columns. This one is important step. Everyone, drop. What I am dropping? I am dropping the column. First one, posted on. First one, what column? What is the column name? First one column, posted on. First one, don't make the spelling mistake. First one, posted on. Then floor, area type. I want a city. I am not going to drop the city because city is the important factor. We want area type also. Area, I can drop the area locality. Posted on, floor, And now area locality. Area locality. And now what I'm writing here, axis x. Everyone getting the point? What is the axis x? Why I'm writing axis x? If I want to drop the column, what happens? See, what happens? Axis x, axis 1 means we are dropping the column. Getting my point? What I want to drop? Just try to understand this thing. I want to drop this entire column, this one post on. Getting my point? That's why what I'm writing, x, x value, and y means, sorry, 1 means x axis and 0 means row. If I want to delete the row, what we write down? We write down the 0. So axis 1 equal to what we, if I want to drop the column, and if axis 0, if I want to drop the rows. Got it? So what I have to drop? I have to drop the rows? No, I have to drop the column. That's why I am writing here axis 1. Now execute this one. And now after that, you can see data dot columns. So now how many get we now? How many get we? See. Now we are getting the posted on? No. Direct BHK, range, sites, area, city, and then point of contact. Now, in this one, I want to predict the rent. Am I correct? And remain are BHK, size, area type, city, furniture, tenant repair, bathroom, point of contact. It will be the what? Independent variable, and rent is the dependent variable. Got it? Everyone got the output? Everyone done? Everyone done? Everyone done? So now see, what happened? We prepare the data also. Now we will do the some kind of the feature engineering, EDA. So we can able to understand the things. Everyone done? Now suppose I am creating the scatter plot. Now what happened? I am writing here SNS dot scatter plot, and now where is the data? First one on the x-axis. Suppose I want to give the rent, and then on the y-axis I want to give the as per the BHK. And where is the data? On the y-axis. Y-axis. I want to give the BHK. And where is data is available? Inside the data. Now what we can do? Plot, show. What we get? See, we get the data. If I want to reduce the figure size, what we can do? PLT dot figure size. I want a figure little bit less. Eight by 6. Suppose I am going to take the this is so much big. I will take the suppose 6 by height and width 4. Okay. What we get? Everyone got it? What we are doing on the x-axis? What we have? Rent. And the y-axis what we have? BHK. You can see for the BHK what is the rate? Rate is high. 6 BHK high. And then 5 BHK little bit low. And the for 1 BHK it is very low. Now suppose I want to add the some cities also. What I am writing here? Huge or as per city. Where we get the high rate? In a Bangalore or Mumbai. You can see where we get the high rate. Where we get the high rate? What is the city spelling? Capital C. What is the city? Capital C. See what happened? Where are we getting the high rate? Orange. C. What happened? Orange means Mumbai. Then I am just going to increase the little bit. 8. Okay, I think 8 is enough. C. What happened? We are able to see the distribution where we get the rate little bit high in the Hyderabad. Are you getting my point? And 5 BHK, where is the high rate for the 5 BHK? Into the Mumbai. Where is the high rate for the 4 BHK? In a Mumbai. Create this one plot. Create this one plot. If I want to give the title, what I can give the title? Plot dot title. What rate was rent versus BHK? Do this one. Now suppose I want to find out rent versus size. How can we do? How can we do? Just copy this one. And what I want? Rent versus size. So what I'm writing here instead of the BHK, what I'm writing here? Size. And then what I'm doing here? Rent size. See? What we are getting? Size. So here what happened? Yellow, this one stand for the Hyderabad. Means, you know, in the Mumbai we are able to get the 8,000 square feet. It is quite difficult. So you can see the Mumbai. Maximum in the Mumbai we will get the maximum 3,000 square feet flat. In Mumbai, it is quite difficult to get the big flat. Mumbai or Bangalore, you can see in the Bangalore also. Getting any big plot, I can do the here 8 by 6 for the more perfection. Or I can do the more again. 8 by 8. Okay, 8 by 8. See, getting my point? See, here what happened? What happened in the Bangalore, Mumbai? You can see in the Bangalore, Mumbai, we did not get the which one bigger flat. 7,000 square foot. It is quite difficult in the Mumbai, Bangalore. Getting my point? Maximum we get the plot between the what 1,000 to 3,000. Write down this one also. Scatter plot. Done. Isn't done? Now suppose I want to see the bar plot of the rent as per the city. What we can do? What I want to do? I want to see the rent by city. What I'm writing here? SNS dot bar plot. What I'm writing here? Bar plot. City and rent. What I'm writing? City and rent. Then plot title rent by city. And then what I'm doing? Show. See. I hope you can get the idea. See. Where is the high rate? Where is the high rate? In a Mumbai. Getting my point? Where is the least rate? In a Kolkata. Who is the second highest? Delhi. Who is the third highest? Bangalore. Who is the fourth highest? Chennai. Then Hyderabad. Then Kolkata is very low. Getting my point? So it is the rate by city. Write down this one, rate by city. Done. Rate by city. Now I want to see key preparation. We know prepare by the tenant. Suppose you are the house, what we can say, house owner, and now if you want to give your home on the rent, what do you prepare? Family, bachelor or mix up? What do you prepare? Most of the people prepare the family. Am I correct? If the college area or what will be there, they will prepare the bachelors. है ना? So now we will see about that one. Now just try to create the bar chart on the basis of the tenant. Tenant prepare rent on the basis of the tenant prepare. What we need to take? If I have to take the rent on the basis of the tenant, what I'm writing here? Yes and yes. What? Bar plot. Then X equal to city. And then Y equal to rent. Y equal to rent. Rent capital or small? R capital. Rent. And where is the data? Where is the data? Data is available into the data. Now you can write down the plot rent by city. Rent by, sorry. Here, what I am writing, sorry, X. What I want to write down, tenant prepare. Why am I writing city? Because I want to see for the tenant preferred. What I want, tenant preferred. What I want, tenant preferred. In the hue, you can add the city. What happened? Most of the people, now suppose I am writing the hue. Hue as a city. Hue, city. What happened? If I add the hue, what will be happen? It will add the city wise. If I am just reviewing the first one city, now you can see what happened. What happened? Most of the family, most of the house owner prepare the family, then bachelor, and then bachelor plus family. Are you getting my point? Now I want to see the city wise. Now I want to see the city wise. So that's why I'm writing the hue, comma. What happened? See. Which one? Mumbai. Prepare the which one? Family most. And then Bangalore. Bangalore prepare the what happened? Family. Bangalore prepare the bachelor most. And then what happened? Mumbai also prepare the which one? Bachelor most. This one for the brown for the what? Hyderabad. Blue for the Kolkata. Orange for the Mumbai. Done? Everyone done? Everyone done? Everyone done? Now the important thing. Done with the data analysis, EDA. We can do the multiple things, but now I think it is enough. So what we execute here, what we saw, the important step. See, we can go the one by one. First one we upload the data and then we see the head, then we saw the shape. What is the shape? Initially we have a 12 column, then we see the sample data, then we see the columns, then we describe the columns, then we include the, we see only the object, then we see there is any null value, no, so that's why no need to add the value. There is any duplicate value, duplicate column, no, then we saw the column again. Why? Because I have to drop the column, so we drop the column. So after dropping the column, what we get here? Suppose data dot, if I am writing the shape, initially what is the shape? What is the initial shape? 12. Am I correct? 4746 and 12. Now what we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What we get? 9. What happened? See. What we get? 9 only, means we already dropped the 3 columns. Got it? Then we saw the scatter plot. Yes. What happened? This one is important step. Dropping the table. Everyone did this one? Yes. Then we saw the scatter plot. What is the scatter plot? Rent versus BHK. Then we saw the rent versus sites. Then we saw the rent by city. Then we saw the, both are rent by city. Rent by city. And here, what? Rent by, not a city. What? Tenant preferred. Rent by tenant tenant preferred. Am I correct? Everyone done up to here? So what we perform here up to the data collection. Now we are going to do the data processing and the splitting. So splitting is important. Now see what is the splitting? We already learned this one. What is data processing? We know machine. What happened? For the machine we need to give the two data. First one train and the test. So what is the train? So means if you are giving the data for the training, that we call the train data. And initially if you are giving any data, that we call the test data. Now what is the train data? See what happened? We are giving the already one data set to the machine. That we call the what? Training data. And the test data means if you are giving the input at the time of, suppose I create the model, I give the all and I create the model. So model is going to predict the rate on the basis of the BHK, bachelor. What is our preferable? What is the test? What is the training data here? What is the training data? These columns. What is the training data? We already give the BHK size, area, type, city, furnished, tenant, bathroom, point of contact. Are you getting my point? So how to test this one? How to test? Suppose at the time of the executing, what I entered? First one I entered the BHK size. Then first one I want a 2 BHK. Size is suppose 200 square foot. Area, what happened? In local area. City, suppose Mumbai, full furnished. Tenant prepare, married, or we can say family. Bathroom, 2 bathroom, point of contact, owner. And what will be output? If we click there, what we get? What we get? Rent. Am I correct? So if we are inserting any data, that's we called what we called test data. Getting my point? So now we need to split our data, given data, into the train and the test. That's we call the training and the testing. Getting my point? So now if you want to split the data in the scikit-learn, we have one option. We have one method. What happened? Train set to split method. What is the method? Train test split. What is the method? Train test split. We last time we already learned about the which one method? Linear regression and the model. So now what happened? Along with this one, we need to use the which one method? This one method also. Got it? Now, what I am doing? Just go here and now here. What happened? Create the code and now first one I am doing the markdown. What I am writing markdown? I am writing here hash data processing and splitting. This is our next part. Data processing and splitting. Save this one. Now come into the code. Now first one, what I want? From scikit-learn. What I want? Train, test and split. What I want? Train, test and split. Write down this thing. Write down this thing. Done. And now model, which model we are going to select? Which model we are going to select? Which one? Linear regression. And a from sklearn. What I am writing here? Linear model. Which one? Linear regression. What I am going to take? Linear regression. What I am going to take? Linear regression. Done. Now, if I have to do the linear regression, what happened? we are going to perform this one, outfront prediction. So what happens? See, what we have a different kinds of the algorithms. Classification algorithm, then what happened? Logistic algorithm, then we have a decision tree, then we have a what happened? Random forest. We are going to use the only one? No. What happened? We are going to test our model with the different algorithm. Are you getting my point? Suppose I am saying you just complete the one task for the one girl. Maybe he will complete the task with the 60% accuracy. I will ask you the second girl also. He will complete with the 55 accuracy. Third girl, he will complete with the 75. Fourth girl, maybe he will complete with the 95% accuracy. So now, what I am doing, I am testing the data with the each and every module. Now, finally, if I want to deploy the module, which module we are going to deploy? The module who is giving the high accuracy. Am I correct? So that's why here what happened? I am going to use the only one? No. First one, suppose we are going to learn about the sklearn dot linear model. Random forest, okay. Ansible random forest. In the Ansible is available into the random forest. Then I want to suppose use the one tree. sklearn dot tree. Then decision tree regressor. Got it? So what I'm doing, I'm just testing my model with, I'm just testing my data with the 3 model. So now what happened? I'm just going to test my data with the 3 model, and those model give me the good accuracy. I'm going to deploy that model with, I'm going to deploy my machine learning algorithm with that particular what model. Getting my point? Write down this one. We are going to use the first one, linear regression model, the random forest, then decision tree regressor. Both all algorithms are being used to predict the future value. Everyone done? Now I want to see the data type. For that, what I am writing here, categorical data. Categorical columns. And what I am doing? What I am doing? What I am saying? Categorical columns. What I want to see? Categorical columns. In that, which column I am taking? Those are consisting the object. So means what we have, rent is considered the object? No, it is considering the quantity. See, you can see this one, we already dropped this one. Am I correct? So I am deleting this one. Now BHK considering the object? No, it is the quantitative. Rent, quantitative. Size, quantitative. Floor we already dropped. Area type, this is the what? Object. Area locality we already dropped. Then city is the object. Unfurnished is the object. So now what happened? It will give us only this ones. Bachelor, bathroom, this is the quantitative. We will not get this one. So we will get this one columns. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What happened in this one? Just you need to understand the one thing. What is happening here? Linear regression is able to understand the object? No. It will understand only number. Are you getting my point? So what we need to do? We need to convert that one into the numbers. That's we call the encoding. How to do the encoding? I will tell you later. Are you getting my point? What I am saying, if for the linear regression, what we give? We give the only quantitative data. But area type, this is the quantitative. Mumbai, city, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, this is quantitative. No, what is qualitative? So that's why we need to decode this one. Everyone got it? Getting my point? I will do that one also. Just try to understand the things first. Write down this one. Write down this one. Write down this one. Done. Now see here what happened. We have area type. In the area type, how many unique value we have? In the area type, size also the quantitative. In the area type, how many values we have? Bolo. How many? How many unique value? Super area, then carpet area and build area. How many values unique? 3. In the city, 6. And in the furnish, 3. Furnish, semi-furnish and unfurnished. In the tenant prepare, 3. And in the point of contact, what? Contact agent, contact builder and contact owner, 3. So what happened? First one, we will find out the unique value. Then we are going to encode that unique value. Getting my point? So now just find out the unique value. What happened? What I'm writing here? For call. What I'm writing here in categorical call. Print F call and then unique value. F call unique value. See what I'm getting? I hope you are getting my point. So in the area, what we are getting? 1, 2, 3. Write down this one. Write down up to here. We are displaying the unique value. Everyone done? Now what I'm displaying? Unique value. Now just click on the unique method. I want to display the unique value or number of the unique value. I want to display the unique value or number of unique value. Numbers. So how many unique value we have? See what I'm writing here? N unique. What I'm writing here? N unique. So see what we get? Area 3. You can just write down the hashtag also here for the understanding. What happened? We have 2 methods. Maybe you will forget this one. So write down the all 2 methods. Unique, it will display the name. n unique, it will display the count. It will display the count. It will display the count. Got it? Got it? Everyone got it? Now see what happened. We get the count. Now we need to encode this one. But before encoding, now we get the idea. Suppose what I am writing here, I am writing here data column again. What I am writing here, data columns. Now how many columns we have? Everyone done up to here? Yes or no? Yes. So now see how many columns we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Now I want to split into the x and y. Now what will be the x column here? What will be the x columns? Dependent variable. Which one? BHK? Yes. Rent? No. We need to predict the rent. That's why rent is the y column. So what I am doing here? I am writing here y equal to data rent. Getting my point? And now what happened in the x? What I am doing the x? What I am doing the x? What I am doing the x? In the x, what I am doing? See. First one will take the y column. Now see what I am writing here, y dot column. So in the y column, what we get the column? Only one. Which one? Y head. What I am taking? Y head. So now see, in the y what we are getting? Only rent. Am I correct? Now I want to take the which one column? X column also. So for the x, just go in this one, and what I am writing here, x equal to what? Data dot drop. What? Axis equal to 1. 1 means I am dropping the column. You can write down this one also. Otherwise, drop the column equal to rent. You can use this one. Drop the column equal to rent. Drop the column equal to rent. Drop the column equal to rent. You can write down this one, or column dot axis equal to 1. Everyone got it? Why I am doing this one? Because this one I am going to take on the which axis? X axis, and rate on the y axis. So we are able to get the one linear line. What do I want to get? Linear line. Getting my point? Everyone done? Now you can see the both one. I can see here print. If I want to print the multiple, what I am writing here, x head, and then print y head. So in the x, see what we are getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it? If you are getting any difficulty, I am removing this one. I am just displaying the one by one. No issue. What we get in the x? See. What we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it? And into the y, what I am writing suppose here, y dot head. What we get in the head? Y. What we get? See, only rent.